Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be doing a deck profile on a Shaddoll deck that got 4th place over in OCG about a week ago, and it's kind of cool to still see Shaddoll seeing some play. I know a lot of players were excited out of the new Megatins to get their Shaddoll cards, and then like, oh wait, Shaddolls aren't really playable anymore. But anyways, let's go and check out this deck profile. Keep in mind it is OCG, so there are some cards that we cannot play in the TCG, but I got cards down here in the side area. This is not his actual side deck. These are cards that I'm kind of suggesting you guys to try out instead of some of the other cards because they're like as similar as we can get. I mean, there's not Heavy Storm, so we can't replace like Harpy's Feather Duster real easy, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this deck profile. So anyways, so there's 1 Darkarn, 2 Shaddoll Beast, 1 Dragon, 3 Squamata, 1 Mathematician. I still don't know why this card's at 1. And then we have 2 copies of Curry Bandit, 2 Shaddoll Hedgehog, 1 Cerberus, 2 Shaddoll Falco, and 2 Maxi. For the spells, we have Harpy's Feather Duster, 3 Shaddoll Fusion, and then 1 regular El Shaddoll Fusion, 1 Dark Hole, because in the OCG, Dark Hole is actually at 1. Then we have Soul Charge, Pot of Avarice, Card Destruction, Super Poly, 3 Torrential Tributes, 2 Sinister Shadow Games, 1 Breakthrough Skill, 1 Shaddoll Core, 3 Mistake, Solemn Notice, Solemn Judgment, and Solemn Warning. For the extra deck, we have 2 Shekhanaga, 1 Anolotalis, 1 Vision Hero Adoration, 1 E-Hero Ab-Zero, 1 Grista, 1 Wendigo, 2 Winda, 1 Trishula, 1 Odd-Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon, 1 Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, 1 regular Black Rose, 1 HTS Sidemuth, 1 Ally of Justice Catastor. For the side deck, well, we're actually going to be talking about cards that you're going to be replacing instead of, like, this is, like I said, this is not his actual side deck. So, if we go over to the TCG here, we'll see that, oh man, you can't play Harpy's Feather Duster. So, there's not really anything that can, like, instantly replace Harpy's Feather Duster, but, like, as far as getting rid of trap removal, I don't suggest Decree, because you really need Mistake to actually win the game. So, cards like Twin Twister, Malevolent Catastrophe, and Trap Stun are probably your best options. We don't have Heavy Storm in the TCG. Like I said, you can't really play Decree when you need Mistake. That's going to actually be your win condition, essentially, in the game. As far as the Dark Hole, like, we have Raigeki, so you should probably replace the Dark Hole with Raigeki. I think Raigeki is just overall a much better card. There's not a real great replacement for Pot of Avarice. I felt like the best cards that we had that are similar are Pot of Dichotomy and Jar of Avarice, both are which not as good as this. This card's first off, it's a spell, you get to draw 2 cards, this just draw 1, you return 5, but technically with this one, it doesn't have to be monsters, so I really like that aspect of it, but it is a trap, it's a lot slower. If this was a spell, it'd be just a little bit better. But a Dichotomy over here, it makes it so you can't conduct your battle phase. There's not a real aspect of you can't play unless, of course, you have Mistake. Maybe you have a Solemn to back it up. Maybe if you can make like a relatively strong monster, like you can go for a Trishula with a Soul Charge after like a Dichotomy or something like that, and then you can set like a Solemn, maybe you're good to go, so you won't have to really worry about the downside of no battle phase. You can kind of stun your opponent. Maybe if you're playing the TCG, you obviously have Vandy's Emptiness. You can go ahead and try out that card as well. It's one of those win condition kind of cards. So, you know, the downsides, again, won't really be as bad. But next up, we have Card Destruction. I mean, to cycle cards right now, like, Shaddoll effects will trigger off of hand and Dark World Dealing. So, whatever one you decide to prefer to play, if you want something that's close to Card Destruction. You can try Chicken Race if you would like to. That could be another card that would work well. It's just basically draw power and also cycles your deck. Gets things in the graveyard, pretty nice stuff. Breakthrough Skill 2 is pretty nice in the graveyard. But there's no real replacement for Card Destruction. This is like as close as we can get. For Super Poly, however, I feel like there's one card that's like, it's really not that bad at all. Like, obviously Super Poly is just way better, but Mass Change number 2 can be an option. Obviously, if you play that, you're going to have to be playing Dark Law. But just the ability to add extra damage is really important because you can just go Winda into the Dark Law. So keep in mind, at that point, you want to make sure you go for Winda like last. You don't want to go Winda, try to special. Oh man, can't special anymore. So yeah, the reason why this card is so great, not only can it like disrupt your opponent's plays, but this card over here lets you OTK, and that's essentially what you're going to be able to do with Mass Change second, and essentially it can have the same effect. You can kind of stun your opponent. Anyways, you won't get the Shaddoll effect off the discard, but since it's going to the graveyard by a card effect, you do get the Shaddoll effect that whatever Shaddoll that's face up that you're sending to the graveyard with Mass Change, you will trigger its effect. So that's just nice to know. As far as Torrential Tribute and like the Solemn goes, well, The closest thing that we have to like getting rid of mass removal as of right now in the TCG is probably Bottomless Trap Hole. I don't see why he's not playing Bottomless. I thought Bottomless would have been an excellent card for him to have, but he's not playing it, so it's his choice. But as far as like not having Judgment, Scolding is probably the closest card you'll get. I mean, you could try Dark Bribe, but that's probably not the best bet because you want to stop monster effects more than likely. But yeah, that's the deck profile for a Shaddoll deck. Kind of cool to see that someone's still trying to make the deck viable. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you think that there's any other cards that could have been better replacements for like Harpy's Feather Duster or like Pot of Avarice, Card Destruction, Super Pilot, let me know in the comment section below. But like I said, a lot of players were excited to finally get all the Shaddoll stuff, and then they couldn't really play it. So this could maybe give you guys some inspiration. I do not, however, think this is going to be a very top tier deck. But it's kind of cool to see that some people are just trying to keep Shaddolls alive. But congrats to him for taking 4th place. I wish I knew his name so I could give him a shout out, but I probably couldn't pronounce it anyways because it'd be in Japanese. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Been your boy Will Smith, signing out.